If you're trying hard, but your blood sugar still feels stubborn, you might not need more effort. You might need fewer lies. Most people don't have an effort problem when it comes to blood sugar. They have an environment and an information problem. And I'm going to go through the 5 lies you keep telling yourself that's keeping your blood sugar high. So let's dig in. Lie number 1. I just need more willpower. The biggest mistake I see is relying on motivation while living in an environment that's designed to make your blood sugar high. What we're talking about is if you keep chips in the pantry, if we go shopping for convenience foods, if we have food around during our evening cravings, if we have a lot of stress and fatigue that we're not addressing, we're setting ourselves up for success. No amount of willpower wins at 8 p.m. after a stressful day when you have a bag of chips or kale. All right? So what's the fix for this lie? We have to design a better environment. This means keeping blood sugar friendly foods around. That means higher protein, higher fiber. Making junk food harder to access. If you have to have it in the house, put it in another room, another refrigerator, in a safe, anywhere where it takes an extra step for you to get to that place. Planning your meals ahead. If you have to decide in the moment when you're stressed or upset what to eat for your blood sugar, it's already too late. You need to plan your meals ahead of time so you're set up for success. And finally, remove friction. Make the easy, healthier choices easier, right? We want to keep the foods around that are healthy. We want to hide the junk food away. We want to put our walking shoes right by the door so that we can walk right into them and out the door for an evening walk. Lie number 2. If it says healthy, I can eat unlimited amounts. This is a problem called the health halo effect. And sometimes you'll see things that say gluten-free, keto, low carb, low fat, and assume, well, because it has a healthy word on it, I can eat as much as I want. The truth is, you can still overeat these so-called healthy foods. Oftentimes, food companies will label foods to make them seem healthier so that you will buy more and eat more. But the truth is, if these foods do not provide good satiety, if they still spike your blood sugar, and if you still overeat them easily, then they're not good for your blood sugar. And ignoring the fact that it says healthy, well, you have to know if it actually does provide health for you. So, oftentimes too, sometimes these healthy foods can be really calorie dense. Smoothies are a great place to hide sugar. Nuts are a much better choice than chips, but are easy to overeat. Granola, that's just kind of like a sugar bomb. And same with dried fruit. You remove all the water and fiber, you can overeat dried fruit all day long. And then special keto desserts or gluten-free desserts. You get this idea that because it has this label on it, it's healthy for you. Well, not so much. So what do? We try to figure out how much fullness we can get for the amount of energy we're eating. And it leads you to eating more whole foods. This is a theme you're going to see throughout this if you want to improve your blood sugar. It means that eating foods with a single ingredient, like fruit along with some yogurt. Hit that sweetness without spiking the blood sugar. So beware. You're lying to yourself if you say, if it says healthy, it actually is healthy for my blood sugar. Lie number 3. I need a perfect diet. Perfectionism has tripped up more of my patients and clients than I can ever tell you. We have this great plan. You write it down on paper. I'm going to do it. I'm going to start today. And then today happens. And there's a stressful event. You fall a little off your plan and you say, forget it. I didn't stick to it perfectly. Or you have a 2-hour exercise regimen. Here's the reality. We need to do good enough. This leads us to all or nothing cycles if we think we need to be perfect. So oftentimes we'll see someone eat one bad meal and say, I blew it, forget it, I'll start next week. Or it's the weekend, it doesn't count. Or I'll just restart Monday. The reality is consistency beats perfection. So one meal will never make or break you. But what follows that one meal and the next meal will. So if you can't have 3 perfect meals in a day, you can have a couple really good ones and one so-so one. Well, that's better than 3 that fall totally off the rails. Instead of thinking you have to be perfect, think about being as consistent as possible. Lie number 4. Exercise only counts if it's hard. Too many people fall into the trap of not moving their body, thinking they have to get into some crazy high-intensity exercise, getting into it, and immediately hurting yourself. The truth is, every little bit of small movement can add up. And if you haven't been moving your body for a long time, even a little bit of exercise will seem like high intensity to your body, and your blood sugar and muscles can respond the same. Even though small movement doesn't feel impressive, 10 squats a few times a day, going for a 5-minute walk after meals, these have been shown to lower post-meal blood sugar really well. Just because you're not sweating in some giant spin class or gym or spending all day hiking doesn't mean it doesn't count toward improving your blood sugar. And I would argue what you can fit into your life and do consistency is actually more impressive than doing 2 1-hour workouts a week that you can actually fit in. So this is where taking the stairs, those walks after meals, targeted strength training, these will help you get to better blood sugar. And remember, your muscle is like a sponge for blood sugar. So the more you can activate it, the more you can build it, the better your blood sugar is going to be. Here's the deal. We talk about food fixes for snacks. Your little exercise snacks, they count too. Finally, number 5. Food and exercise are the only things that matter for blood sugar. And this is one of the biggest lies I see, because I will have people coming to me saying, I'm eating perfectly, I'm exercising great. And I'll ask, how many hours of sleep are you getting at night? Deer in headlights look. 3 hours, 4 hours? What's your stress look like in life? Here's the truth. Food and exercise, super important for blood sugar. The reality is, sleep and stress also, when not managed appropriately or getting enough sleep and too much stress, they're going to raise your blood sugar too. When we are stressed or don't sleep well, we spike a hormone called cortisol. This releases more sugar, raises your blood sugar, and wrecks the progress, even if you're doing good intentions with your diet and exercise, right? If we're sleeping poorly, we're going to have higher cortisol. We're also going to be craving food. Who among us is not awoken after a poor night of sleep and immediately wants to eat something greasy and not so good for our blood sugar? And if we catch ourselves with a crazy schedule or doom scrolling, all of these things are adding up towards blood sugar. So what do? We got to protect recovery like it's a medicine. We have to sleep. We have to shut down the devices, because this is one of those pillars for better blood sugar that are often overlooked. All right. So these are the 5 lies that I see people telling themselves that leaves your blood sugar high. If I missed one, let me know. If this resonated, leave a comment and make sure to share it with someone who's struggling with their blood sugar, who you know is lying to themselves through no fault of their own. And if you found this useful, I think you're going to like our podcast, The Diabetes Remission Roadmap, where we go into even deeper dives every week into how to put your diabetes into remission. We'll publish new videos here every Monday, podcasts every Wednesday. Like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this, who's struggling, who's suffering needlessly with type 2 diabetes.